pretty important to me, folks, but there's three little people that are more important to me, and that's my grandchildren. And with Easter right around the corner, I thought maybe I'd make them some Easter baskets out of some wood instead of them cheap ones that they get at the store. So stick with me and let's get started. What are you doing up there, goof? The idea here is a pretty simple one. We're going to take an 8-segmented circle like this, and we're going to make multiple levels, and we're going to jog them back and forth so that it creates a basket, a weaving effect when we raise this up. These guys aren't glued, these are practice pieces, but you get the idea. We'll glue these together all the way around. So I'm going to start with these two guys that I got from the land of blue. And I'm going to begin by slicing them down to as wide as they are thick. Now the easiest way to do that, to make that measurement here, is to put this on edge between the blade and the fence. And slide it over till it touches the blade. Lock it down. Good to go. Okay folks, so we decided we were going to do an 8-segment circle for those baskets. And you might wonder what a segment is. A segment is one of these guys, and you take 8 of them to make the circle. Now you can have 8, 16, 24, however many you'd like, but in this case, 8 seemed to be the magic number. Now, how did I get that angle? Well, let me show you. I have these little ditties right here. These are from miter set. There's 2 different ones. One of them creates angles from 0 to 50, and there's some in-betweens with this bar. I might go in a later video and explain how that works. And we also have this one, and I put the tape on here with the little letter seg, because every time I open it up, I open up the wrong box. At any rate, miter set has done all the math for you, figured this all out. You don't have to get out any of the protractors and try to figure this out. The way we find that angle with these segment gauges is with these 2 little pins. Pick a 0 point, left or right, depending on which way you want your fence to turn. Then locate the number that corresponds to the number of segments that you'd like. In this case, we want 8. Then you simply take your miter gauge, and slide it in the machined slot, like that. Push it in until the fence engages both pins, like that, and lock it down. You now have the exact angle to make an 8-segmented circle, an 8-segmented column. It doesn't matter. You'll have 8 pieces that when put together will create a perfect circle. Now you can switch this left or right. It doesn't matter. I recommend this thing. I don't know how I got along without this thing, making circles and picture frames and stuff. If you want to nail an angle, this miter set is definitely the way to go. One more thing about them, they have this nice rubber non-slip pad underneath. They don't move on a metal surface. Get yourself a miter set if you're always doing angles and you'd like to get them perfect. Now I'll leave an affiliate link in the description below so that you guys can click on these, help me out a little bit, and locate the miter set for yourself if you'd like one. So what I'm doing here is alternating this back and forth to give me the two angles. I've also set up a stop block so they're exactly the same each time. Never run a stop block off of your fence, or it shouldn't go off of your fence for your distance, because when you slide this through, it creates a pinch point and that piece will come flying out of there. So use a block, come in and make your cut, and then you're clean. It can turn and twist and not come back and hit you in the face. And I added one more little thing here to this jig. I've got this block here on the top, and what that does is keeps the stock down on the table, so I don't have to have my fingers so close to here. I can keep them back here and just hold the block or the stock in place and let this hold it down. Alright, y'all. So here's something I did to be a little safer than most. Maybe not safer than most, but safer than usual when I'm doing something. I've got this screw clamp here on the top holding it down. I've got the feather board in the side so it holds it in. I can work this from way in the back and not cut my fingers or get my hands anywhere near that thing. I'll stop shy of the end of it. I'll shut the saw off, take it out, and I'll nip the end of the board off. That way I don't have to worry about getting my fingers anywhere near that blade. There's a little tip for you.